Good morning and welcome to my tiny little corner of YouTube where we keep bumping into each other. How are we this morning? So, do you know what I thought I'd do today? We've got students coming tonight, so we host students and they come and stay with us. We've got two teenage boys coming tonight and staying with us for a week. So I needed to do a little bit of a power hour, a bit of a speed clean. It's not horrific, it's not bad. In fact, you know what I nearly did last night? I nearly didn't do the pots because I knew I was going to do this video this morning and I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't scoop down to them levels. So it's not horrific, but it's also not the prettiest. Let's have a little look. Right, so it's a little bit carnage, isn't it? I like this is not making me happy. And just generally, Fred! We don't normally like him in here. Come in. Ow. So it's not bad. It just needs a little. So I thought, why not just come with it? We can have a little chat through, because when I do my little speed cleanies, or just generally I call it a sprucey Lucy. When I have a sprucey Lucy of the house, I put on a podcast because it keeps me motivated, and also if I'm doing the students' room, if I'm turning their room around, I know I can do that in 20 minutes. I like to think I'm like a chambermaid. I'm like, right, if I worked in a hotel, I would have 15 to 20 minutes to turn around a room. So I put on a podcast that's 15 to 20 minutes, and I basically I time myself. I'm like, can I do it within the time? It keeps me motivated, but also I know how long I've got if I put on a podcast, and I feel like I'm consuming as well. I'm learning as I'm moving. But also a lot of the little things I like to do are kind of intentional. And I like to be quite mindful of what I'm doing at the same time. So I thought, if you fancy it, why don't you come along with me? So let's get this bloody pie started.
So, okay, this morning was an early start. I kind of couldn't deliver any later than 6:30am. Of course, I was up nice and early. That was fun for me. Then came the unpacking and a bit of a fridge sort out. I always like to have a proper clean out of the fridge when we're in between having students. It feels good to kind of make space before refilling it with all the yummy, nice food. That looks so much better now, doesn't it? Quick little coffee with Chris before he headed off to work. Can't skip a moment of calm before the day kicks off. And then straight back to the speed clean of the kitchen. I wish it was that quick. The hob is such an important part. Basically, in Feng Shui, it's linked to abundance, wealth, and prosperity. So, you've got to look after this. You want this to be clean, that's for sure. Plus, we have a mirror right behind the hob, so that doubles that abundant energy. So we've got to keep this space clear. So I did have a tiny spillage here while putting something away. But hey, no tears over spilt cinnamon in this house. Funny though, because today is actually Friday the 13th. Most people get superstitious, but witches see this day very differently. It's all about the divine feminine energy, wild women vibes, and reclaiming our flow. So I'm definitely taking this little cinnamon moment as a little nudge of good magic. After all, cinnamon is known for abundant spells too, so maybe it was the universe just giving me a little boost. So fresh flowers were next. Always a must if you can. And yes, I do put a tiny drop of bleach in the vase. A florist once told me that at a wedding. I know it sounds weird, but it really does seem to work to keep them fresh. Plants and flowers bring life, fresh energy and flow to the home. So another little Feng Shui touch there. Can't help myself, can I? Cannot help myself. So now the kitchen island. So actually, this is such an energy centre in the house. I always feel better when the worktop is clear and open. Clean surfaces lets energy flow freely instead of getting everything getting stuck in the clutter. So it always feels better. Oh, so also Chris has got a new addition. Look at his little bonsai tree. Meet Bob. So he's part of the energy upgrade around here. And yes, that is a water spray for the hair, but we haven't quite got that yet. That's what Oliver got for his daddy for Father's Day, but he had to have it on Thursday because I said I wouldn't be responsible looking after it for a few days, so I had to give it to him early. But then, yeah, onto the living room. I do like to light candles and put them in the log burner because I just cannot look at the dark log burner if there's no like twinkle, and obviously we're in June now, so we needed some little ambiance in the old log burner. But also I do like to put a screensaver on the telly, so like it looks like a piece of art instead of just a big blank box staring at you. So I just think it feels a little softer and calmer somehow. I don't know if anybody else does that, if that's just what I like to do. There you go, look, nice little picture. Not sure I love that one, but you know, there's loads of them on YouTube. There you go, just like that, the living room all done, all nicey. That wasn't too much of a bad room, really. It's kind of just an easy little one. Onto the entrance. The entrance is so important, particularly in Feng Shui. So wiping down the door, freshen up the entrance. It's where the energy first flows into the home. So a clean, clear doorway lets all the good chai come in. Quick tidy of the students' room now. There wasn't much to do here, but we had been sleeping here when we were decorating our room, so we were on the floor, on a mattress, and all was in one bed. So I did have to just give that a little tidy up, and obviously put new sheets on. So, but we do take hosting very seriously around here. So Oliver likes to do them a little welcome basket of treats. So try and give them some light chocolates from York. Kit Kat, the Yorkie, etc. So that's very cute, but it did need a little restock because Chris and Oliver may have had a little go on them when we were sleeping there in that room for a few nights. Of course, there you go. Little Yorkie bar, yay! And there we go, ready for them to arrive. Okay, now this one is definitely weird because, I mean, this is me in my finest positive moment, but I do bloody love emptying the bins. I don't know why it is. It feels like such a fresh start. Chucking out the old energy, clearing space for new is total energy work in disguise, if you ask me. I just love it. Look at Fred. He's looking for any like crumbs I've dropped. Just like that. The power of a quick speed clean. Oh, it just feels good, doesn't it? Good for the heart, good for the soul, good for the house. Space cleared, energy lifted, home flowing again. Feels good, doesn't it, Fred? What do you reckon, mate? He doesn't care, does he? He's going to sit in the sun if the house is a mess or not.
And just like that, back to some normality. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed that little montage. Makes me feel so much better when I have a little tidy up and everything looks nice. Okay, it wasn't bad, but it's just nice to kind of have a good little tidy round, little intentional like reset. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you liked coming along with me. Sometimes I like to just invite people over just so I can have a sprucey Lucy. Kind of keeps me motivated, so thanks for helping me be motivated and getting the house tidy, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.